Hi. Yes, I'm in the laundry room. Welcome. And I'm in a tank top. I didn't know if I should wear a tank top doing a live or not, but I didn't want to go and get changed. And this morning was a hustle, like a hustle. I had to get up, go figure, have to get up out of bed, get the day going. But I woke up really late. I didn't even hear my alarm. I didn't hear anything. And it was like, get up, get going, grabbed what I could. I had physio. Edward had a dentist appointment. So we had to drop him off at the dentist appointment, which just happened to be right by my physio. Awesome. And I went to my physio. Both our appointments ended at the same time. Cool. But it was. It was one of those days. Our appointments were both at 9 o'clock. So we got everything there at 9. I woke up at 8:34, out of the house within 10 minutes. And yes, um, luckily the appointments weren't too far away, but it was crazy. It was just one of those things that lately I have been sleeping. I don't know about you, but I have been extremely exhausted. And then during the night, I don't think I'm getting a full night's sleep. Tossing and turning and just trying to get, you know, sleep. And then I'm just like, okay, what's going on astrologically? That's the very first thing. I call in my angels, definitely call in Archangel Michael, ask Archangel Michael to come in, bless me, watch over me, and guide me as I'm trying to sleep, take away any negativity or any attachments that are trying to invade my peacefulness. And then I think, okay, what's going on? I'm like, okay, the moon is still in Pisces. Pluto. Oh, okay. Pluto is squaring my sun, right? So I'm like, okay, this is an activation. So things are getting activated and going through not a huge spiritual crisis, but it's kind of like it feels like it's a spiritual crisis, but maybe it's not a spiritual crisis. Anyways, confusion. I confuse myself and I do that. So I started writing down notes and started taking notes. What's going on today? Getting, what is that craziness? And then it's like a Rubik's Cube that's in the sky today, which is the mystic triangle. Now, mystic triangles are quite rare. And we also still have the sun in Leo. Now, for me, the sun in Leo is shining a spot in my money house. It's perfect for bringing up every old fear I have about stability. So that's the other thing. All my instabilities about my fears start to rise. So, as I tell people, it's really, have an understanding of your chart and the houses. So, I know that that's happening. And the moon in Pisces is sitting in my faith, in my house of faith. And my moon is in Cancer. So I have to look at, okay, my chart is ruled by the moon. So where the moon is has a lot to do with how I am feeling, right? Because my rising sign is moon also. So this is where I'm sitting in my faith, a long journey zone. And it's just whispering to me to trust, trust, Mary, trust. And that's what I'm trying to do is trust. But here's the thing. When you've been in times like your past starts to show up. So when insecurities start to happen, you got to start looking at, okay, what are my insecurities? And what are the things that happened in my life on my journey on this lifetime? Well, I've been without food where I've had to call different people to get even food hampers and go to the food bank, right? So I've had to do that in the past. I've been where we've had no home. I've been where we've had a slumlord that just wouldn't fix anything, and um, we ended up having to get the hell out of there because it was horrible because there was a flood in the basement. He didn't want to fix it. Whatever, it's done. But this is to trust. Trust isn't just a word; it's a cliff dive, right? So when you're looking at things in your life right now and you're feeling the insecurities, this is where you have to look at, okay, I got to take that dive. And then look at where you've been and noticed you survived. You're still here. You're okay. your guardian angels are with you and guiding you upon this road. And even when all of the craziness starts to come up and bubble up to the surface, this is where I sit back and I give it up to the Holy Spirit and ask for inner peace and a miracle. I try and not panic about it. And being a projector is very much you know, we're sent here to do things, right? Projectors are sent here to do things and to help. We're not here to do the daily grind. That's something that we're not here to do. So the thing is that to understand too, you know, my human design is I'm not here to do the daily grind, but I'm here to allow for ease, right? So I'm here to allow for that ease to come in. So even though that right now with that Pluto and Aquarius is like a radical overhaul, and it demands that you drop the scarcity story, and but to do so, it often pushes you into uncomfortable positions and situations. And when Uranus is, you know, opposes my natal Neptune, even though Uranus is out of Taurus, it's still kind of there's still an opposition there, shaking my vision, shaking stability, asking to trust. And this is where you got to look at it's like where's the restructuring of your work life balance? Where are those boundaries that you have to really look at to restructure in your own world, right? And what does that look like and what does that feel like? And when you are looking at all of that, when you are restructuring and trying to, fear can come in, and then you can start to doubt and question, is that God or is that my fear? Is God calling me? Is that my, you know, is that my intuition or what is it? Because sometimes divine guidance feels uncomfortable. And because it asks us to grow beyond the pride and the wound, and it doesn't matter what age you are. I mean, growth in spirituality just doesn't happen in your 20s and 30s and 40s. It also happens in your 60s and 70s, and even when you're, you know, into your 80s and then close to death. It still happens. It's still there, you know. It's a part of your journey. And the bigger collective picture is, you know, with that Leo and Pisces energy today, is deeply collective. Many are facing the same insecurity versus soul work dilemma. The mystic triangle says use both worlds. You don't have to do one or the other, all or nothing. This is bringing your mystical insights into practical systems like, and let the muggle support the magic. So let the muggle work begin to support the magic. Look at what you need to do. If you need to stabilize your income, reduce anxiety about basic needs, then go out and take the part time job, right? If it gives immediate breathing room, and that's what you got to look at. If you are like, oh, I'm just depending on this to happen and I'm waiting for this big break or whatever it is, sometimes you have to alleviate some of that pain that you're feeling in another way. And that could be maybe it's volunteer work, it's getting you out of the house, it's getting you to do something other than sitting around and stewing. And know that by October, November, we have Jupiter retrograde in Gemini. It's going to be about rethinking of your business model and what you're doing, especially in how you do things. And this is where the big push is coming in. So there's some big pushes that are coming in and forcing us to create these changes. Now, sometimes we are looking at these great changes to be something like a wand coming down and dinging us on the head, and then bang, everything works out and everything's fabulous and wonderful, right? But this is feeling like this is the universe is slowly slowing you down and stuff. Oh, come on in. It's okay. No, come on in. I'm in the laundry room. I'm doing a live. It doesn't matter. This is my only no, this is my only little private space right now. Hey, don't be sorry. Oh God, don't be. No, I should be sorry in being in the laundry room. See, I even got a pillow and I got this little setup, and I started an Etsy shop that we're going shopping and buying things for your things that you find in your granny's attic.
Perfect. I love that.
So we're finding Afghans, my girlfriend and I.
Cool.
and we're finding old.
Like you're sourcing them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We found a cute little mug from a gallery in Penticton,
Oh, cool.
handmade and stuff.
Yeah.
So little pottery guild and stuff.
They have a lot of ceramics out there, I think.
Yeah, they do.
Yeah.
And I got it for $3. If you went into the gallery, they're like $38.
Oh.
So I'm just like,
Resell.
hey, resell.
Yeah.
Even if I resell it for 25, it's
Yeah.
great. And same with Afghans. I love saving Afghans from the, and hand knitted granny Afghans from the landfill.
Very cool.
Because
Yeah.
they're so good. I mean, they're good for dog blankets.
Yeah.
They're good for,
To wear
yeah,
sometimes.
yeah, on the couch, cabin,
I love
car.
a shawl. Yeah. Sorry to interrupt
Okay, no
you.
worries. It's okay, Emily.
Thanks.
Oh, it's great. See, it's great. I have people coming in on my live. So, anyways, this is where activation starts to happen, and we start to look at these activations, and really, this is where, if you ever feel like, this is what I was trying to say, if you ever feel like the universe is slowing you down, but secretly setting you up for something bigger, that's Jupiter. That's going to be that Jupiter in retrograde. So we're going to start feeling that in October, November. And the planet of wisdom, expansion, and opportunity is going to be bringing that in, along with the Gemini energy, right? And this is really bringing in some really cool activation for us, and allowing for this activation to happen for us. And it's discovering treasures that's buried underneath the floorboards. And this is accepting it. I'm accepting that I live in low income housing, trying not to be hard. Oh, don't be hard on yourself. You know what? You just have a fabulous opportunity that's giving you breathing space, honestly, breathing space, to be able to say, hey, I'm in low income housing. So now maybe I can start looking at sourcing at new ways of creating income for myself to bring forth that abundance and still have a roof over my head. And that's beautiful. The thing is that society expects you to, oh, but you should have that 3 million house that's being built across the alley, or you should be living here. I live in a basement suite, a 1-bedroom basement suite, right? And living in this 1-bedroom basement suite, um, I don't have a lot of room. And I have our son staying with us. And, then we have the bedroom, the living room, and the kitchen. Oh, and a bathroom. And the common area, which is the laundry room. So I come into the laundry room, you know? So it's embracing what you have and embracing where you're at. And this is where this, especially with these frequencies that are coming in and the changes that are happening, are bringing in some really cool cosmic change. It's hard because we get stuck in our fears. We get stuck in what we should and could, and what we should be doing, what we could be doing, where could we be, what could we be doing. Oh my god, they locked down Nova Scotia, they're locking down New Brunswick. It's like, you know what, at the end of the day, it's not really affecting me. In the long term, I am going to live and create my life the way I need to create my life, give myself some breathing room in order for me to step forward and not hold grudges. Yikes, I'm a Scorpio. I hold grudges, right? I'm a projector. I hold grudges, and that's the whole thing. It's like, okay, what am I holding? Grudges. Usually it's grudges against myself, not so much other people. But that's opportunity that's coming in, and these transits that are coming in. And with that October and November, the planet of wisdom, this is profound. This is beautiful. I'm going to say transcendent energies. And this is what I've noticed as well, is beautiful energies that are coming in, that a lot of people are awakening to, saying, hey, you know what? Some of this new age stuff is bullshit. Some of these things that people are saying are crappy, because they're not helping us to elevate in a positive way. They're getting us to still stay stuck in the muggle world and stay stuck in the day-to-day grind, instead of saying, you know what, the day-to-day grind, I'm going to utilize it. It's like your ego. I'm going to utilize this, right? and to create something new, to create what I need that is new. And that's what we got to look at, you know? And if we look at it that way, this is where we look at the real superpowers that are coming into play. And Jupiter right now, it's in its happiest in Cancer, meaning I know I said Gemini before, but I meant Cancer, but this is your growth, this is wisdom, this is resilience. This is about collaboration and looking at your what things you can collaborate with. How are you going to grow, right? And when we are able to do that, when we are able to look at these things within our lives and not beat ourselves up, we can create such beautiful, beautiful, beautiful energy. And the mystic triangle today is we've got this sun in Leo spotlighting a lot of energy. We have this moon in Pisces bringing in the spirituality, and it's trusting in what's going on. And this mystic rectangle means there's tension, and because it's a triangle, so it's got a lot of crazy angles with it. And this triangle that comes in and bringing us, I'm pulling up the triangle so I can get it here. Hang on. There you go. So that we have two opposites at 180 degrees apart. These are the tension lines that make us aware of the challenge or polarities. There's two sextiles, which is 60 degrees, and that are opportunities for easy flow. And then a trine of 120 degrees, and these are effortless gifts and talents. So it's all coming together. This is to imagine a perfect rectangle in your chart. Very rare. I've only seen it like once or twice for people, but it's made up of 4 planets. They connect and they mix a harmonious, challenging aspects. And when you draw those aspects in, the results are big. And this rectangle with a crisscross in the middle, it's bringing us in something of self-resolving, bringing in self-resolving circuits. This it means it's not just a tough aspect like a T-square, but it's, again, it's the self-resolving. This is getting us awareness on where we need the balancing. Well, the trines and the sextiles give us the tools so that we can solve it and helping us to solve it. And that's where it's like, take this time to write things out, create something. If you're needing time to heal, utilize this time to heal. Especially, you know what, if you're living in, in that low income housing, take this time. Okay, how what do I need to heal right now? What time do I, take this, the next couple weeks and stuff, and know that you're going to be fine. You got a roof over your head. And if you need extra help and extra support, this is the energy to say, help me. This is the energy to say, what can I do? And what kind of help can I bring in? What are the strategies? For me, I ended up getting another job. I got a job, a full-time job, which starts on Sunday. And it was one that I was still, even after signing the contracts, humming and hawing. Is this really what I want? Is this really what I want to do? And I kept on getting a yes, but I was, is this yes from my ego? That's the thing I was worried about. And the yes is like, no, it's not from your ego. And this is where you are being sent to give you that release, to give you that aid in order for you to continue upon your spiritual journey. Whew. And looking at it in that way was just an eye opener. It was it really, because I sat down to do it, and it really gave me a energy, a frequency of, you know what, I've never really just sat down to look at the changes I'm making in my life. Really, I never really took that time. It's usually like, boom, let's go to the next. All right, hopefully I'm doing the right decision. This time it was like, no, I really have to make sure I'm doing the right decision. I need to take that time to really assimilate all of the energies that are coming in, and not just run into something and say, oh, this is what I'm going to do. right? Which I've often done. This is really allowing, letting you channel personal challenges into inspired strategic action. That's where this energy comes in. And when we are doing that, when we're allowing this mysticism to come in, we're allowing for us to trust and know that, yeah, it's sending me to the cliff because this old world doesn't work anymore. And the new world is on the other side. And I have to jump to the other side. And in jumping to the other side, knowing that I have a spring on my ass and I'm going to be okay. Because I have a spring. This spring is attached really tightly to my ass. Just doesn't make it smaller. It just, gives me that springy power. But this is beautiful. This is allowing for that beauty to come in. So how am I making this work? I'm making one grounded choice today for stability. Hello, job. Hello, paperwork. Here I am. I'm carving out mystical actions. I'm writing, I'm teaching, I'm connecting with my people. Hello. So I don't lose my soul in the grind. I am doing the fall series. So if anybody wants to join me for the fall series for September, October, November, they can join the fall series. And it's self-directed. I send out videos. We meet. This is where it's coming in with connections and connecting with people. So, and it's very much where getting you to really look at what you need to do. Into our own apartment. She is dark. I am light. Let it be. Yeah, exactly. That's what you got to do. You got to let it be, right? And allow for your light to shine, which is important, right? And you don't, and the thing is that darkness can't live in the light. They have a hard time because the light always wins. You light a candle in the dark, it just, everything starts to glow, right? So you got to let that beauty glow. Don't let anybody distinguish your light. So this is where you're carving this out. And so I don't lose my grind. So this is where I'm also letting the air, there's an air grand trine right now, work its magic by having a conversation, right? That could open unexpected doors, allowing things to be open in new ways. So for today, I'm living proof of a mystic triangle. Fear and faith on the same playing field, but also a path that's lit just enough for me to take the next step. It's the Hermit card. It's the Hermit card. He only lights it so far. He's got the wisdom, he's got the cane, he's got the stability. And are you feeling that push and pull today? If you are, just take a moment and allow the push and the pull to see where it's, what is it wanting to take away to pull you to something new, and allowing for that. And if you want, if you are wanting more information, or if you're wanting for me to look at this information more deeply for you upon your journey and look over the next 6 months for you, definitely you can book in an appointment, and I can have it all written out for you, and an outline for you for over the next 6 months. So you can have that. And with this, with this energy that comes in, the emotional flow, the intuitive hits, and the feelings, more connected to the bigger purpose. So stand in this beautiful energy, stand in this love that's coming in today, even when it's gritty and gross, and it's taking a lot out of you, and feeling like, I'm not going anywhere. Where am I going? Am I going backwards? Am I going forwards? Well, you're actually going forwards. You're just letting go of a hell of a lot of stuff that is no longer in alignment for you. And that can be the hardest thing of all, right? So I do have my soul package. I'm going to pull a card here and let you know about my soul package. Got the tarot. So if you're wanting to create something and you want to work with me with the fall and winter series, the Crone Wisdom, it's $500, or you can get them separately if you want. separate prices with them as well. So, or you can book a one-on-one with me. My one-on-ones are $200 right now. So, yeah. Okay. Let's see what we got. Whew. I got the window open here. It feels so nice with that breeze. It's a star card, but it's reversed. So the star card reversed is very much telling us that there is something there, but maybe we're just not quite ready for it, right? We're not seeing it fully in our vision. So with it is a shift. This is, we may not have all the clarity. There's some cynicism, or hopelessness that we might be feeling. So healing feels delayed. But this is sitting with a coffee, allowing yourself, feeling the tensions between the faith and the fear, and allowing for you to really work with this vibration and this mystic triangle. And as you do, in comes the magician. So the magician comes in. So as the magician comes in, it's saying to you, let's get going. The magician is coming in with the star reverse. This is manifestation and agency. You have the tools, the talents, and the connections to do this, to make this happen. This is the alignment between thought and word and action. Your intention, vision, Mercury, outer action, right? Mars need to match. So channeling energy, acting on that bridge. This is where the magician is like the human version of the configuration. You're literally holding the four suits: the pentacles, the swords, the cups, and the wands. You're holding all four. And Jupiter in Cancer gives you the cups, the emotions, right? Where the grand trine is the air, it's the swords. And then we also have the fire that's in there as well. So we have the fire energy that's going on in there with this energy today. We don't have much earth. We have Mars and earth. So we do have the earth energy as well. So we have the four energies that are there. So this is fear is loud right now. The fear is like screaming at us. But fear, as I've always taught it, you just need to hear the fear, give it a voice and say, yeah, I get it. I hear you. And then fear quiets down. If you sit there and dwell on it, then it just gets crazier. And the craziness, comes the Queen of Cups. So the Queen of Cups, this beautiful Queen of Cups, is so juicy. She's so loving. She's so caring. She's bringing in this emotion. She's getting you to remember. She's the mirror of your higher self. With your fear and doubt and the agency of manifestation, this is where you might be feeling you're losing the hope, right? As the star is reversed and the queen comes in, it says, rest your hope here for a moment. Faith, hope, and charity. Hope is a high one. It's a high vibration. A lot of times people don't really realize that hope is, they think, hope's just a low. No, it's one of the higher vibrations. And so you reset your hope here for a moment. It'll hold it. You'll hold it for a while so you can regain that strength, that beauty that's within inside you. So with this Pisces moon and this mystic rectangle in this celestial twin, this dreamy psychic energy, allowing for you to create, to step into it, and especially with this Jupiter in Cancer, this is beauty at its best. So there you go, my loves. Have a beautiful one, and may the Lord and Lady watch over and bless you in all that you say and all that you be and all you do. Have a blessed one, and we will talk to you all. Well, let's say we'll hopefully talk to you tomorrow. We'll see how tomorrow is going, and have a blessed be. If you want to join me with anything, I'm going to be posting this all on my Facebook page, and writing. Yeah, I'm going to post it out on my Facebook page. I don't feel like writing a blog right now. Of if you want to join me this fall. So thanks. Have a blessed one. See you soon. Bye-bye.